Tonight, another aspect of why this is a good day. Tonight, the Senate will confirm Mayor Marty Walsh of Boston to serve as Secretary of Labor. The son of Irish immigrants, Mayor Walsh followed his father's footsteps in construction and joined the Laborers Union Local 223 at age 21, eventually serving as its president before being elected mayor of Boston. During his testimony here in the Senate, Mayor Walsh said it was by joining a union that his parents were able to climb up into the middle class and give their son a shot at a better life. We have something in common. My grandfather came to the United States and became very involved with the labor movement. One day when he was 14, it was raining, he was looking for shelter, he was poor, had almost nowhere to live, walked into the Labor Temple, where he heard Eugene V. Debs and Will and Ariel Durant give the annual address at that temple established by the AFL to teach the immigrants about the union movement. So we have that in common. Our grandfathers are immigrants, one from Ireland, one from Eastern Europe, but both joined the labor movement, and it helped their family move up. The Department of Labor is in desperate need of a leader with Mayor Walsh's perspective. For the past 4 years, under President Trump and Secretary Scalia, unfortunately, sadly, the Labor Department has too often sided with corporate America, not the working people of America, who it was formed to help. Once the Senate confirms Mayor Walsh, American workers will finally have one of their own leading the Department of Labor, someone from working America who will fight for working America. And I'm proud to say that once Mayor Walsh is confirmed tonight, the Senate will have confirmed all 15 of President Biden's cabinet secretaries. Under extraordinary circumstances, unusual responsibilities, a later than usual runoff election, an evenly divided chamber, an insurrection, an impeachment trial, and the passage of historic federal relief, the Senate has still stayed on track and confirmed President Biden's cabinet faster than both of the last two administrations. Let me say that again. With everything else going on, the Senate has confirmed President Biden's cabinet faster than during both of the prior two administrations, one a Democrat, one a Republican. And every single member of President Biden's cabinet has received a bipartisan vote in favor of confirmation. I anticipate that the vote in favor of Mayor Walsh will stay true to form, completing an unblemished record of bipartisan confirmations to the cabinet. It's a tribute to President Biden and his team that they have chosen such a fine cabinet, and a tribute to the senators here that we have moved in such a quick fashion despite so many other responsibilities being placed on our shoulders in these early days of this Congress. And few cabinets, Madam President, in history have begun with their tenures with such daunting tasks: a once-in-a-century pandemic, an economy in the doldrums, global challenges like climate change and democratic decline. Thankfully, this Senate has made sure President Biden's cabinet is in place and on the job as quickly as possible. And we will continue the personnel business this week by installing the Deputy Director at OMB, the Surgeon General, the Assistant Secretary of Health and Human Services, and Deputy Secretaries at Energy and Treasury. PPP. In addition to these nominees, the Senate has another important matter of legislative business on the agenda this week: an extension of the bipartisan Paycheck Protection Program, which is set to expire at the end of the month. Since its inception, the Paycheck Protection Program has generated more than 7.8 million loans to keep America's businesses afloat during what has been the worst economic crisis in 3/4 of a century since the Great Depression. With the help of the American Rescue Plan, our economy is finally turning the corner. But businesses are not out of the woods yet and are likely to need assistance for another few months as the country continues to recover. Most borrowers are currently awaiting loan approvals at the Small Business Administration. Many more are still looking to apply. Working with the Biden administration, we've made important changes to the PPP program to expand eligibility and access to nonprofits, to hard-hit independent venues, and to make it easier for the smallest, most underserved businesses to get relief, particularly micro businesses, sole proprietors, woman-owned and minority-owned businesses. There is no reason to let this program expire while there are still scores of applicants in line and billions of dollars left in the program. The House already passed the extension of the program by an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote, 415 to 3. A bipartisan group of senators, including Senators Cardin and Collins, Shaheen, Marshall, Sullivan, and Murkowski, support identical legislation here in the Senate. So we're not going to end this week without passing an extension. Again, the Senate must pass another extension of the Paycheck Protection Program before the end of the week and make sure the nation's small businesses can access this very vital lifeline. I yield the floor and note the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Baldwin.